West Virginia, we did it. We are ranked number 1 in utility costs. Can somebody tell me how in the world West Virginia, with all the fresh water, all the coal we sit on top of, can be the number 1 costliest state for utilities? How can that be? I need somebody to explain to me how it can be possible that we pay more than Alaska and Hawaii for our utilities. What's going on in West Virginia?
Yeah, this is a real concern for many families. When energy costs rise, people naturally start questioning like whether leaders are delivering on their promises that they have made during election campaign before becoming a president for the second term.
Every county in West Virginia went red in 2024 based on the promise of having their energy bills cut in half. Fast forward to today, and people are paying more for the utilities than their mortgage. As an example, one woman had an electric bill, just the electric bill, at $940. People are literally shutting themselves in rooms with just one space heater and turning heat off to the rest of their houses so that they don't have to pay these crazy bills, but they're still through the roof. It is hard as somebody with a level of sympathy and empathy to want to just cast these people out and say that's what you voted for. But in the same breath, this is what you voted for. You cannot tell me otherwise. The man who said he was going to cut your bills in half is a serial con man. And he said, drill, baby, drill, but you're not seeing the results because he's a professional liar. I feel for the people of West Virginia. I feel for the people that are suffering, but my give a damn is also busted. This ruby red state is paying the absolute price.
Yeah, most of the people support candidates because of the economic promises that they were making during election campaigns. But the real test is whether those promises improve people's daily life. And these videos are the evidence their life isn't improved actually, and they are struggling, they are facing inflation, they're suffering in their daily life. And that's very insane.
Maga in West Virginia, how you doing? I hear you guys are having an interesting time over there in West Virginia. After 70% of you guys voted to make America great again. How is that philosophy going for you? Because I feel like it had some unintended consequences.
Looks like a scene out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
They said they cleared the drain out, and now about 5 miles up the road, all the stream's contaminated. First thing came to mind was, hey, we need to get a hold of DEP. They said, hey, we're going to send our guy out. All day yesterday, it was me and a few other people out, none of them. Midnight, we were out taking samples, and we seen the dead wildlife. We seen everything moving downstream. Another orange stream that's coming from the opposite side of where they said they was working at, man.
You're finding everything that they've ever injected into these coal bed methane wells that they've capped and abandoned. It's coming out now. We're fighting the DEP. We're fighting the people that's supposed to be helping us.
We're pushing for more transparency. We deserve better, and we're tired of crooked-ass politicians.
I think there's some corrupt politicians that need to go to jail. I think the top 5 at the DEP ought to resign. They need to change the name to West Virginia Environmental Protection to West Virginia We Make Money at the expense of everybody else.
Yeah, environmental issues and government response matter too, and communities deserve transparency when pollution or public health concerns appear.
Parishioners have told you that they feel like they're tired of living in what feels like a third world country?
And that's a direct quote.
What do you say to someone who says that to you?
Amen. Amen, because I'm tired of it too. It's gone on long enough.
Well, 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 it looks like more and more of these MAGA morons are starting to realize what it is they voted for. I was just listening to a gentleman from West Virginia. He's a senior citizen, not a MAGA moron. He voted the right way. But he knows a lot of MAGA morons, as you'd expect living in West Virginia. Anyway, a lot of these people are on insulin. And their insulin just went from $6 for a month's supply all the way up to $80. Just like that. And they're finding out that the reason is because Donald Trump immediately reversed a Biden policy to lower the price of insulin through the Medicare program. So now these idiots are going to be spending, what's the math on that? $74 a month more on their insulin? Oh my God. You know, there's consequences to stupidity. Just saying.
Yeah, people actually can't afford anything. And whenever a reporter asks from President Trump that people are suffering and they can't afford, President Trump says, no, everything is cheaper and everything is affordable. So what do you think? Everything is affordable, and here we are talking about healthcare costs. It is a major issue for working families, and any administration faces pressure to make essential medicines more affordable. And if you're a Trump supporter, like, I want to know about your opinion. What do you say? What are your random thoughts? Let me know in the comment section, guys.
Okay, so I'm a little pissed off here in Virginia. So I got my electric bill this month and it has doubled. And I was like, wait, what happened? I didn't do anything different. So I started doing a little research and asking some of my friends, hey, did yours double? And they were like, oh yeah, check this out. This guy's like, oh yeah, mine's now $700 a month. This other person, yeah, mine went up 45%. The other people, they basically doubled. And so I'm like, wait, I didn't even know there was going to be a rate hike. So I did a little research, and sure enough, Virginia Power was like, hey, don't worry, there's going to be a rate hike, but don't worry, it's only going to be like $11 a family. And so I'm like, you lied. And then I was like, I wonder what this rate hike was for. So then I did a little more research, and they're like, oh, you know, we need new poles, and you know, labor costs have gone up, and so has fuel costs. Fuel costs have gone down. But the most alarming thing to me was they had mentioned that with all of the new data centers in Virginia, it basically drained the system and they need to upgrade it. So first of all, I want to ask, who the frig is letting all these data centers in to drain the American public's wallets? And secondly, why are we forced to pay double an electric bill for these data centers that are here? And then I was like, gee, I wonder if Virginia Power is really hurting for money, that they needed to raise everyone's rate, not $11, but double. And so I did a little quick research, and guess what? Just in Q3 alone for 2025, guess how much they made? They made $1 billion net profit. So could somebody please friggin' tell me why this cost is always funneled down to the hardworking American taxpayer? This shit has got to stop. I am so tired of being a human. It should not be this expensive to live. And I don't know who makes these decisions, but it is reckless.
Yeah, everything like healthcare. Now we're talking about electricity bill. Actually, electricity bill shows how complicated energy policy is under President Trump, under Trump administration. And a lot of critics argue that leaders need to balance industry growth with consumer protection. That's very important.
Teachers in Virginia are being told to turn the lights off in a county, by the way, that is packed with 37 data centers. This is the AI Roundup. And in a rules for thee, but not for me moment, school staff in Henrico County, they were told to conserve electricity because the electric bill is getting way more expensive. For now, Virginia is the data center capital of America and the world. And AI data centers, they use cities worth of energy. So I am shocked at how nobody saw this coming. Just kidding. They did. And so many in Virginia and all across the country, they have warned about this for years. And the elected politicians, they keep allowing data centers to be built with little to no regulations anyways. And many times, these trillion-dollar corporations, they're even given incentives to build in a town because they really need the financial help. But back to Virginia, the county manager told employees in an email that the rate paid for electricity will increase dramatically and that the county anticipates additional increases in the years ahead. The email also asked workers to turn off lights when leaving workplaces, shut down computers, and adjust the blinds, among other things. And look, I'm all for saving electricity, but when it comes to turning off lights in a classroom versus powering a 500-acre data center, I think we've got bigger fish to fry here. So yes, again, people have warned about this for a long time, and it's another reason why people are so angry about AI data centers.
Yeah, AI industry is growing very quickly, but this raises question about regulation and whether local communities are carrying too much of the cost, and people are suffering. That's the reality.
I can't pay this. $741.98. It's due on February 17th. Normally, the highest bill I've usually ever gotten was anywhere from, $3 to maybe $320. And we're very conservative. Like I said, we're never there. So for us to get a bill that big, for us not being there, it's insane. Obviously, our heat's been on a little more. So I was expecting it to be in the 300s, maybe 400s, with how everybody's been saying their bill was.
From last year, what it was, but in February, and then this, you go, what happened?
January 2025, she spent $352. A year later, it's a $694 price tag, almost double.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, this shows the frustration many people feel when campaign promise and a real life cost seems disconnected with each other. Many voters, they just supported Trump because of cultural and economic issues, and showing that elections are influenced by more than just one policy. Even small increase in basic bills can hurt people on fixed incomes, and affordability is a major concern. According to me, affordability is really a major concern, regardless of political belief. What do you think? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comment section, guys. And I request you to please click on the red subscribe button. It's very important. And if you really want to support my channel, click on the red subscribe button. I'll bring more important videos for you. Till then, please take care of yourself and please take care of your health as well. It's also very important.